Our next extract is On Going on a Journey by William Hazlitt. Now this is an essay which is not just an essay but is full of allusions and references in the entire extract. Here the author is actually trying to express his happiness and delight in on going on a journey all by himself. He feels that this is the pleasantest thing he's ever done in his life, and he cherishes going on solo journeys all by himself like on a wanderlust. Now let's have a look at the summary of the extract. Going on a journey. In the very first stanza or in the very first part of the extract, the author is actually trying to explain that going on a journey gets him happiness and entire delight. He feels very happy, and this is the most pleasantest thing he's ever done in his life. He really enjoys his own company, and he feels that the nature around is also a good companion. He feels that the open fields are his books and the nature around are the poems that he is readily supposed to read. He generally tends to go on open places for journeys and does very little work that is required for his survival. Now, this going on a journey gets the author a very huge relief and gets in a vagabond spirit. Now, what is a vagabond spirit? When you're relieved, you're happy, delighted, and of no worries and traveling. So, this is what a vagabond spirit is. So, moving on, the sense of liberty. Now, here in the next part of the extract, the author is trying to explain that the sense of liberty is a key essential for a person to go on a journey. You need to be liberal. You need to be free from all tensions, your workloads, and you should always keep away all your worries before traveling. Traveling is the most enjoyed when a person is free-hearted and liberal. Leaving behind. So these are the 3 points that he has covered in this part of the extract, that liberty is a soul of a journey. You need to be very liberal enough to go for a journey. Leaving behind all worries and tensions, keeping yourself free from all kinds of worries and tensions and work. That is one major aspect of going on a journey, and enjoying one's own space. You should know how to enjoy your own space. It is not just about having many people around you. It is actually having your own company, enjoying yourself, self-realization, and bringing up a light for your own self. Moving on, a company of a stranger. If possible, you should always come up with a company of a stranger. Why? Because it has minimal interference in your life. You barely know the person. You just have to be witty in conversations, and this is all what is done. But if a person who is known to you will tend to interfere in your life, you will have to face a lot of questions, queries, and getting in back the actual point of no liberty. Taking somebody along who you are known to will not let you be liberal. You'll have a lot of worries, a lot of questionnaires, and there has to be a power of conversation involved. But in taking a company of a stranger along, you will tend to have fond memories, cultural dialect will be there, and there will be minimal interference of a stranger. Value of a journey. Now, value of a journey is valued more if you have hidden your identity. As in, like, hidden your identity, not going around with people who you don't really know and just roaming about on the streets. Going on a journey is actually a good aspect for human psychology. It gives you good effect on your psychology. Now, people generally tend to read a lot of good books, read poems. Similarly, our author William Hazlitt has read a lot of good books, read a lot of poems, been through a lot of extracts. But the only thing that soothes his mind is traveling like a wanderlust or a vagabond spirit. So this is what he is trying to explain, that it affects human psychology on a great extent. Next, monotony and saps efficiency. Now, if you do not go for journeys, or if you do not move out of a particular zone that you're staying in since long, you generally tend to follow a monotony in your routine, and that affects the efficiency of your work. So it is mandatory for an individual to move out of the zone that he is actually working day and night in. You need to break that monotony and increase the efficiency. Now, limitations of traveling. In the end of extract, um, William Hazlitt has actually given a controversial and a blow to Dr. Stevenson's controversy of limitation of traveling, where he focuses entirely on power of conversation. Now, in just traveling all alone, there is no power of conversation involved. People don't tend to talk. If we are actually following the spirit, a vagabond, or traveling all alone, and we are actually trying to enjoy our own space, then there is no power of conversation involved, which is very important for an individual, not just an individual, but for a society to grow. And going on a journey, there is no reality check involved. It is all full of illusions and references, which now, to face the world, it is very important to have a reality check and not go through the illusions and references. In the end, William Wills has tried to explain everyone that despite the fact that we need to face a lot of realities, we need to have power of conversation amongst us, we also need to learn to enjoy the inner space of our own company. We need to have a freshened mind, and traveling freshens up an individual's mind, gives a good effect on your human psychology, and helps you explore the world more. This is all for the day. All the very best for your exams.